Right, we shall continue on our way, young Seamus and I, and see where we catch up with Shane and George. So, George. One thing about this GoPro 5 is that it chews through its battery pretty damn quickly, and a 32 gig memory card, it gives you 57 minutes and 120 frames a second. So get less than an hour's filming on one battery and one memory card. So whether this will film us all the way from my place to Inverell, I do not know. Probably not. Facing the wrong way like a commuter. Something for the grown-ups.
Yeah. A little short ride today.
Yeah, just go back by Glen sort of thing. Home for lunch, I suppose.
Yeah. But it's, yeah, it's not a bad day. Yeah, I went down to Wooleye there last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, run down on the Rago out to down to Grafton. I
Yeah.
think I was at Glen Innes at like 6:15. A few road degrees on the old phenomenon on the bike. I stopped the backers for a coffee, you know. Like, then I headed down the range because I was left home. Day break, you know. Thought a quick trip.
No, we lit the fire last night.
654 kilometres.
We lit the fire last night. It's down about 2 degrees again. You know, it's just silly.
Well, it was 20 minutes this morning. It was a bit cool. It was cool overnight, like at night. Yeah, we've got a good collection of goodies here, huh?
So here we are at the Transport Museum over in Inverell, and just having a look at the cars today. I don't usually look at cars. Not that interested in cars really, except to go to the shops. Hillman Minks, my sister had one of these back in the 70s. It was already an old car when she had it. A friend of mine, Brian, had a brown V dub Beetle like that one. It was like a mid 70s. My father had one of these Toyota Crowns actually, and I have one later myself. A bit of a battleship, they're quite heavy and steer really heavy, but once you get them sort of up and running, they go along quite well. The old Toyota Crown, Sunbeam, Mercedes of course, and some Fords and Packards and government bus. I'll have a look at that bus in a minute. There's a roller over there, Bentley, an E-Type Jag. It's the 12, which is always good because there was a smaller engine. Probably that one there actually. It's probably, I think, a mere 4.2 litres. Let's have a look at that motor. Oh, there you go. And they say the red ones go faster, of course. That's what we used to say when we go and hire a car. That used to go down really well, as you can imagine. Give us a red one. They go faster. Sure. And we have a mini moke with a caravan attached, which seems like getting your ambitions mixed up with your abilities. Mind you, this caravan would be made out of plywood. Brilliant, look at that. And that's all you need. The Rocket 3 would tow this. It would. And this mini moke. Yeah, fairly high profile wheel on those. I expected those to be the same as on my Sidecar. But they're not. And you can see this place is quite large. Looks like a Simca, is it? Or no? What is it? Ah, Sunbeam Rapey, of course. Yes. An FE. I don't know anything about FEs. I just said that was an FC. If someone had driven it past. I like FC Holdens. I like EJ Holdens. An EJ Holden. See if we can find one, actually. And we'll get on the bus, the double-decker bus. And this is the green and stuff is New South Wales government, so it's probably Newcastle, possibly Sydney, this bus. And I used to catch these buses to school when I was a wee youngster This looks exactly the same, of course. And, you know, quite evocative memories here. Of course, as a kid, you had to try and get upstairs. That's what it was all about. It's funny how you get these kind of weird memories, like these lights. I remember these lights quite strongly from my childhood. And it's only 6 foot. Your head touches the ceiling in this, and I'm not 6 foot. It's with my hat on, of course. And these are good places to sit. And as a kid in East Maitland, we had double-decker buses as well to not school, but to around the town. And we had these two bus conductors that would come out to Eastville, where I had lived. And one was Bede Lantry, and the other one was Errol. Can't remember his last name. And they were very cool guys, you know. Bede was a great big bloke, or seemed to be back then. And Errol was your smooth kind of, he was probably a bit of a rocker or something in his day. And just try not to knock him over. Please do not enter driver's cabin. Whilst bus is in motion, they would usually say. There's a collection of sewing machines over there. That's very exciting. This is an FJ Holden. Australia's, at least I think it's an FJ. It might be an FX. Oh no, it's an FJ. You can tell the difference from the grill at the front. And this grill tells you it's an FJ, which is a 52 model. They call it Australia's first Holden, but the FX came out in 48. These were great cars. I had a friend of mine who had one of these, and he stuck a red motor, Holden red motor in it. It used to go like the clappers. Didn't have any brakes. My cousin Cecily had one of those bastards. I had an XP Falcon like that one over there, the gold one, but mine was an orange colour. There's a Ford over there. I saw one of these on Doctor Who the other day. It's a slightly unusual one, I thought. Oh, that's why. It's a Zephyr. It looks kind of like a cross between a Cortina and an Escort. It's actually a Zephyr. Interesting. A Mark IV. Next to the FJ is an EH. That front looks like an EJ front. And some of these wagons and utes combined them. There's an EH. That'd be a special, yeah. There's an HR. There's a couple of Kingswoods up there. Still can't see an EJ, which is what I wanted to find. Because an EJ was my first road car. You haven't seen an EJ amongst all these, have you?
EJ?
Yeah.
No, the EHs.
Yeah.
That's it on the before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should have one.
They should have everything. They should have the whole range.
I think I should have one.
You should have one, an EJ or EH.
An EJ, yeah.
Okay, you like the EJ, do you?
Oh, it's just my first car. You know,
Okay,
my first road
yeah.
car was an EJ. It was grey motor with the sludge box, you know, 60 mile an hour in about a week. But
Yeah.
everyone,
EH was a better car, though,
I know that. Certainly with the red motor and that sort of stuff, you know, they were a better car. And all the Hoons got the EHs and
wheels on it, twin carbies and
yeah, stuck a Datsun 1600 gearbox in them and
yeah.
all that stuff. But I
When
just
I was young, knocking around, he had an EH wagon.
yeah.
And the carbies, the cam was that lumpy, the thing shaped like it. But he kept breaking bloody gearboxes and axles.
Yeah.
The motor was just too much for the rest of it.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, you know, when these came out and stuff, people started putting 202 motors in EHs and stuff as well. And
Yeah.
well, the 186 was good enough, you know.
Actually, I reckon the 86 was a better motor than the 202.
So do I.
That,
A slightly longer stroke, I think, as well.
Yeah, it was a stroke.
Yeah.
Quarter-inch longer in the stroke.
Mm.
That blue wagon there, used to run down to 192.
This one, yeah, and that, yeah,
186 out
yeah.
of 60 out of 192, they were good.
They used to do the 179s out to 182, and then the 186 out of 192 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good little collection, though, isn't it?
It is. Oh, it is. You know.
All right, mate.
Good boy. might ride a bit further, eh?